Let's begin with a basic explanation of the garage trial. That way, your votes can continue the results. If you guess the guilty party, then that person gets punished. But if you choose the wrong one, then the rest of you get punished, but the black one gets off scot-free. So, without any question?
Yes, actually, there is a question I have here. What is that for?
Well, leaving a seat open is something I don't want to do. Plus, this is where Kusoto would sit if he was alive. So, yeah, he's not gonna miss the show just because he died.
Plus putting a nameplate, and is he gonna do? He still missed the show, he's dead. Whatever it does, it doesn't matter. Let's just start this trial already. Yeah, I agree.
Alright. Then, the trial begins.
Well then, if we're starting the trial now, then I suppose we should, well, start with a piece of evidence. Well, if we're starting off with a piece of evidence, then what should that evidence be? Of course you wouldn't know, you didn't even help investigate. But either way, okay, excuse me if I'm sounding slow right now, but I have no general clue what I'm doing here. Yeah, I'm not up for accusing people. I guess I'm gonna have to take the score on this one. Alright, as an officer of the law, yes, we heard a million times.
Shut up!
As an officer of the law, I will bring up the first topic that we should talk about. And that topic should be what exactly? That topic should be, for one, why the heck was cream soda in the kitchen at night? That's specifically what we were not supposed to do. After traffic cone, if that's the question, then shouldn't you know the answer to that? You're his bodyguard. Shouldn't you know that? Well then, if we're bringing up bodyguards, then wouldn't he be the most likely to be the killer? He was the bodyguard and Cream Soda was in his group. He had a clear chance to murder him. Did he though? Wasn't he guarding everyone else? As much as I hate to agree with him, he's right. When would he have a chance to do that? He probably told Soda that he could go into the kitchen as a lure. Yeah, he could have lured him into a trap to end his life. And why would I have the purpose of doing that? Although I wanted to save my deputy, I wouldn't have to sacrifice Cream Soda to do it, especially since he had a motive too. I don't believe Officer Traffic Cone is mainly the culprit. Yeah, right. All I know is that I'm not the culprit. Yeah, that's what everyone says to defend themselves, you idiot. Regardless, I think we should talk about why Officer Traffic Cone can't be the culprit, since he is being accused right now. Alright, if that's the case, let's talk about it. So why exactly did Officer Traffic Cone tell Cream Soda to go in the kitchen? And no, Officer Traffic Cone, you could obviously be lying, so sorry, and I don't have to guess. Fair enough. If you guys talking about it more than me gets you to answer the question, and believe me, then that's a risk I'm willing to take. Easy. No one's willing to take your word for it. Oh, just quit that. Okay. But, to be honest, I'm pretty sure that the Officer Traffic Cone wouldn't let someone leave for no reason.
Maybe if you sort of lied to him. Yeah, he could have lied to say he was going to do something, but actually he meant the opposite.
No, that's wrong. Huh? Officer Traffic Cone, you said that Cream Soda asked for a drink of water, and you let him. Yes. I let him go in the kitchen to get some water. I mean, who am I to stop someone from hydrating? Especially since I didn't know that someone else or anyone else was going to be out of the room during the time. Yeah. That's actually really solid alibi.
Oh, I get it now. Sorry, I didn't know that.
It's cool. At least you guys believe me now. Whatever. Fine. But even if we do believe you, that doesn't explain who else was out of the room. Why the heck was Cream Soda the only one not out of the room? Or not the only one not out of his room? Why the heck was someone else out? Yeah, who can say? Okay, Black Square, you clearly want to say something. I clearly don't. That's why I'm not saying it. Black Square, come on. I know you're nervous about this stuff, but our lives are on the line. If you got something to say, then say it. You're right. Okay, fine. I'll say something. Something that's been bothering me. I kinda got my flashlight stolen at night. Ha! Really? A powerful being got something stolen from him. Very funny, Black Square, but nobody's buying that. Wait, what? Wait, but seriously, is that true? Yes, it's true. It's not a lie. Kyoko can back me up on that. Yes, I can. Black Square came up to me flashlightless, and because of that, we guarded our groups together. Well, he mainly guarded my group. His, well, wasn't very harming. Plus, Black Square got another surprise at night. Another surprise? Oh wow, everything's coming up Black Square today. Yeah, whatever. Well then, what was that surprise then? Well, I think that's something we should talk about too. So, what was the second surprise the Black Square saw last night? You probably saw the guy who stole his flashlight. I wish I could say, but no, that wasn't it. Well, if that's not it, then what could he have seen? I don't think it was someone necessarily seen, nor it was someone necessarily trying to attack. Care to elaborate, Steak? Well, you said you got a surprise last night. The only surprise I could think of is that someone was trying to murder him at night. That's why his flashlight was gone. It was an attempt of attack. No, that's wrong. Huh? I don't think an attacker was the one that Black Square saw. In fact, I think that was more of a discussion. Right, Black Square? Yes. I don't know who stole my flashlight, but I know that wasn't a surprise. The surprise was, well, you, Cologne. Oh, that was what you were talking about? Yeah, okay. Hold on, what does that even mean? Well, last night, Black Square and Cologne had a chat, according to Black Square. And how long did that take? All night. All night? What? What was so important that it took all night to talk about? It's none of your business. And Black Square, don't tell them, please. I won't do you like that. I won't tell him. Alright, fine. I guess that was the surprise. A talk? Wow, what a waste of a topic. It wasn't that big of a waste of a topic. Because now, that proves that Black Square, Kyoko, and Cologne couldn't have caused the crime since they were together like the majority of the night.
Oh, yeah, that is true. That is true.
Well then, I guess that clears 3 people. Wow, we have a long way to go. You sound like you're enjoying this, man. Yeah, he is enjoying it. What was your first clue, genius? Regardless of who's enjoying this or not, we need this. Who do we suspect now? I think we should go on our alibis now. Okay, so me, Blacksburg, and Cologne are already guaranteed clear. But I think we should go to other groups now. Officer Traffic Cone, you stayed clear of everyone else except for Cream Soda. Yes, the 2 people between you were sleeping the whole time. I made sure of that. Therefore, neither of us can be the culprits. Who said neither of you? Who said none of you? Wait, what? Zombies, what are you trying to say? I'm saying that Officer Traffic Cone is a major suspect. Wait, what? Why the heck am I a suspect? Yes, so the cop did do it. I knew it. Okay, whoa, Zombies, where the heck are you taking this, man? The cop didn't do anything. Yeah, like heck he did. Dude, isn't it obvious? And he was a bodyguard for your group. He made sure you 2 were sleeping to make sure he couldn't do anything. What kind of logic is that? If they were asleep the whole time, how will I know that? Oh, come on, it's obvious. Are you kidding me? Someone would have seen me through the entire time I was there. You have no evidence to point me as the culprit. Oh, evidence, huh? Well then, I've got some evidence for you. Oh, great. Here we go. I don't know what Blue Star Piece is doing, but if he really is trying to prove that Officer Traffic Cone is guilty, I'm going to have to prove him wrong. Okay, it's completely obvious that Officer Traffic Cone is the culprit. I'm telling you, I'm not the culprit. Do you literally have the evidence to point Officer Traffic Cone as the culprit? Exactly. What evidence do you have? The fact that he was alone. He was the only one group who wasn't in a room. Officer Traffic Cone only let Cream Soda out. Okay, then what does that mean? Everyone else's groups were all in their rooms. Nobody was let out. Officer Traffic Cone was the only one missing a member. So he probably could have left at any time without anyone noticing him. Dude, that literally makes no sense though. Oh, of course, an idiot like you would say that. But believe me when I say Officer Traffic Cone is the culprit. No, that's wrong. What? Officer Traffic Cone was not the only one who had a member leave the group. And what the heck makes you say that? The fact that Black Spirit left with Kyoko and was with Cologne made him completely unable to lead his own group. Yeah, I kinda did a terrible job and left my group all alone. I'm sorry, guys, but at least it clears me and Cologne, right? I mean, we were talking the whole time, and yeah, we were already cleared with Kyoko Black Sparrow. You're fine, and thanks for that. No problem, I guess. I will also say this. What? Although Black Square's group is completely unknown this group, my group was completely fine. I'm pretty sure nobody left. Nobody left at all. Yeah, same with my group. So, by that logic, the people safe with alibis are me, Makoto, Pineapple, walkie-talkie phone, Black Square, flashlight, charcoal, surprisingly, shut up, off the traffic cone. You've also cleared gray marker and steak. Kyoko and blue side piece are also safe, clearing cologne and also cologne. So, by that logic, the people who are suspected, the only people left who don't have clear-cut alibis are you two. Yellow side piece and orange marker. Wait, does that mean one of you are the culprit? What? 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 No. There's no way Outside Piece did it. I know him. He wouldn't do that. Oh, Yellow, you're screwed. I'm screwed? You really think I did it? And what evidence do you have against him? There's no evidence at all. That's a toxicity topic. If I was allowed to actually hit people in this class trial, you would be so done for saying that. Oh, shut up. We are in a battle for our lives. It's only natural to say that. Okay, please just tell us what happened between you two. I was sleeping. Me too. I can't even figure it out. Me and Cologne were gone and we were the only ones who could have known what happened. But we were with Kyoko all night. I feel so bad for being so useless. I'm sorry, Yellow. Dude, I'm not holding that against you. I just need to believe me. I'm not the culprit, but I'm not either. But it's gotta be one of you, right? Daddy always should have an alibi. This is so hard. This just got so interesting. Bro, shut up. This is getting us nowhere. Both of you do have clear-cut allies, but from earlier, one of you definitely has a clear-cut alibi for being safe. Makoto, you know that, don't you? Huh? What is Kyoko saying? What is Kyoko saying? Who could be the culprit? I think I might know who it is. What? You do? You do?
Oh my gosh, which one?
Oh man. Please don't tell me it's him. Please don't tell me it's him. Please don't tell me it's him. The culprit is... It's you! Orange marker. I hate to say it, but the culprit has to be you. What? Me? Oh my gosh. What? Exactly. I had my suspicions on you the whole time. You did? What made you suspicious of him? Yeah, but I'm confused too. Why is he the culprit? I'm confused too. What the heck, Makoto? It's not like I want to accuse you, but you're the only option that makes sense. How am I the only option that makes sense? Because earlier, before Red Cup announced the body program, and you were in the kitchen, also traffic cone, and to back me up on that. Yes, I did see you in the kitchen, but I'm still confused. What does that have to do with anything? Yeah, what doesn't have to do with anything? Red Cup, you spend a lot of time in the kitchen. You've been here the most, and yet you know a lot. I do. I actually really do. Wait, hold on. I think I might too. What exactly was he? What exactly was he? He was wandering through one of the cabinets on the bottom. Oh no! Wait, those drawers? That's exactly what the pots and pans are. What? What? Wait, isn't the pot the murder weapon? Wait, yeah, it is. Okay, that literally makes no sense. How does it not make sense? Because how could I have killed, how could I have done it? How could I have killed Pot with the pot? That makes no sense. How could I have killed Cream Soda with that pot? He has a point. He couldn't just bash him over the head with it. Like, if he did, the Cream Soda would have seen him and he would lose or something. He probably caught him by surprise. And how would that work? Tell me, Makoto, how would that work? How would that work? How exactly does that make sense? If Cream Soda would have seen me, he would have stopped the attack. How could I have done that from surprise? Plus, I'm pretty sure that wouldn't work. How would it work? How would it work? Yes, how would it work, Makoto? If I was there, nobody would have seen me at night. Nothing clears yellow solid piece at all. So what if I was doing the fight? There's no chance that I actually used it. Plus, you saw me struggling to open it. How could I have opened it? How could he have opened it? How could I have killed him with that shot? I couldn't have done it. If I would have seen him bash me over the head, it wouldn't have worked. So, tell me, how could I have killed him with the pot? Because he dropped it from on top of the fridge. Wait, what? No! That's it! That's it. He dropped it from on top of the fridge. What?
Whoa! What?
Wow. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. How could he get on top of the fridge? As Officer Trafficon said, well, as Flashlight and Walkie-Talkie Phone said, things in this world and the inanimate aisles are way more different than real life. And that piece of evidence are size. Yeah, we're currently sitting at the garage, currently thinking that it's something like a room or something. I point exactly right up. He could have done whatever he could from the counter, and then he would have gotten halfway up the room. Plus, he's a marker. Regardless of what was on top of the fridge, he couldn't have fell down, even with the pot in his hand. My hands were invisible. My point still stands. And besides, with him bumping into the pots, he would have been the most effective one to kill somebody, especially with that motive. He did have a motive, the black remote. Oh man. Holy crap, he actually freaking did it. Oh gosh. Whoa, you criminal. Oh my gosh. Dude! Whoa, I actually wasn't expecting that. Oh man, look at this invisible face. Dude, it isn't funny, this is completely screwed up. Why? How did he even do it? Oh my gosh, I don't get it. How? Makoto, for us all to get it, you're going to have to explain exactly how we did it. Makoto, I'm still your friend. So, she's right. As much as I don't want to get punished, they're right. It's the only way they're going to get them all to get it. So, do it for everyone. Tell them how I did it. Alright. For the sake of our friendship and for everyone's lives, I'll explain the case. This is the truth of the case. It all started when Monimo gave his motive. The motive that gave someone to kill was a hostage. And a hostage that made the culprit care so much about that he managed to kill and that drove him to killing somebody. And his plan of murder was simple. Get someone, and he started by rummaging through the pots and pans trying to get something. Mostly a pot that would kill somebody. And that was until Red Chuck called us all back in here to discuss his plan and make the groups. Not long after that, he called in Kyoko, Officer Trafficone, and Black Screw to stay with him, as he assigned himself and them with bodyguards of each group. But instead of the culprit going right back into his room, he found the pot and started to initiate his plan. He set the pot up at the top of the fridge and then, when the time was right, he went back into his room. He went back into his room until the time was right for him to strike. And that is when distraction number 1 of the night, Cologne, was looking for Black Square to talk to him, where Black Square caught up to him. And that's exactly what he wanted. Cologne was actually wanting to talk to Black Square about something, and somehow that lasted during the night. But when both of them were distracted by their talk, the culprit came up and distracted Black Square, and leaving him to lose his flashlight, where Cologne was probably helping him find it. But it was so fast that the culprit managed to run away without anyone seeing who it was. And during that time, the culprit was back on top of the fridge with the pot, waiting to strike its victim. And unknowingly, that victim was going to come really soon. That was when Cologne and Black Square managed to meet with Kyoko. Kyoko was doing her job as bodyguard when Black Square explained what happened. After a bit, Kyoko agreed to let him follow her since she still had a flashlight. But unlucky for Black Square and Cologne, that left their group on defense list, not knowing that 2 of their members, and one of them was the culprit, had left the room, leaving Yellow Piece there sleeping on his own. And during that time, our victim Cream Soda was asking Officer Trafficone if he could go to the kitchen to get some water. After some disagreement, and Cream Soda managed to convince Officer Trafficone to let him go get some water. And he told him to make it fast, so he rushed into the kitchen. Not knowing that the culprit was in there, Cream Soda was in the kitchen wanting to go get some water, and that's when the culprit did it. He dropped the pot on Cream Soda's head, killing him instantly. When the culprit realized he killed someone, he ran back to his room, but nobody would notice he was gone. And lucky for him, no one did notice, because most people were occupied with other stuff. That's how the culprit seemingly got away with his act. Without a shrivel of doubt, the culprit was you the whole time, wasn't it? Orange Marker, the ultimate fan.